Okay, in your screen display, the screen provides ongoing information about events and the parameters associated with the selected parameters function. The screen is divided into three areas. First one is diagram area, second one is menu area, and third one is function area. This is your diagram area. In this area, here you show 10 cross 8 grids. On the x-axis, there are 10 grids, and on the y-axis, there are 8 grids. Here, the first term is REF. This is used to show your reference level, that is upper diagram level, like 20 dBm. This is 20. Next is RBW. That show your current resolution bandwidth, which is 50 kilohertz. Next is your M1. M1 shows your marker 1 plus marker position and level. M2 shows your marker 2 plus position and their level. Next is your menu area, menu display. Menu for setting the measurement parameter and the measurement functions are displayed in the menu area, like frequency, span, amplitude, marker, bandwidth, sweep, trace, triggering and measurement. Okay, so when menu function is selected, the associated instrument functions are displayed in the function area. So in your menu area, first your frequency and span, and in this there are some function areas like center, span, start, stop, step size, span setting and signal track. To select your next menu, now this is selected on amplitude, and on the function areas reference level offset, range, unit, RF attenuation level, RF attenuation auto, set high, and next. Next one is your marker, MKR. So there are number of function areas on the marker menu bar. Marker 1, marker 2, marker functions, D line, marker settings, reference. Okay, next one is your bandwidth and sweep menu, and in this there are number of functions, like first one is RESBW manual, means setting the resolution bandwidth manually. Next one is RESBW auto, means activating automatic resolution bandwidth setting. Next is used to setting the video bandwidth manually. Next one is activating automatic video bandwidth setting, and others are used for coupling ratio and sweep. Next menu is trace. So there are number of functions like select trace, clear and overwrite, hold, trace average, view, blank, math. Here select trace is used to select the active trace. Clear and write is used to overwrite mode. Nearly hold is used to minimum or maximum hold. View is used to freeze the trace, and blank is used to blanking out your trace. And next menu is trigger. Triggering menu is used when you want to trigger by an external TTL signal, and if you want to free running, then select this function. And there is one more, triggering offset, means entering a trigger offset. So this is all about a brief introduction of this frequency spectrum analyzer, and to show, now it's time to show the frequency amplitude graph on this spectrum analyzer. And for this we need a signal which have frequency and some amplitude, so we use function generator. And function generator is already known by you, like it is used to generate different type of signals. Like there are some functions, when you by function selection you will change your type of signal like presently triangular, square, DC, sine and so on, and you also change your amplitude. Okay, frequency is also changed by this function generator. There are some more parameters like pulse duty, offset, start, stop of sweep generator and time. And for external triggering you will use this, and for attenuation also. This function generator can also be used for counting the pulse signals, and also for modulation and demodulation of the signal. You will generate your carrier or modulation signal from this function generator. When you select your signal specification from this, like we select on the 10 megahertz, of amplitude 18 volt, we want to send this signal generated from the function generator to our frequency spectrum analyzer. Before connecting that BNC cable in the spectrum analyzer, we have to verify that our signal have same amplitude and frequency or not. So we use DSO, digital storage oscilloscope, and we enter our signal in the channel 1. So in the CRO we see that the frequency of this signal is about 10.18 megahertz, and in this CRO we know that the plot is between time and amplitude, but in frequency spectrum analyzer the plot is signal is plotted between frequency and amplitude. So now we connect this BNC cable to frequency spectrum analyzer equipment, and a graph between amplitude and frequency is seen on the screen. In the screen we selected our center frequency on 10 megahertz and span of 2 megahertz. So how we know the frequency of this signal on the spectrum analyzer? We select the menu of marker, and on channel 1 there is function peak. It shows that the frequency of this signal is 10.008 megahertz. So this is a plot, frequency amplitude plot. So a spectrum analyzer displays received signal strength y-axis against frequency, whereas an oscilloscope displays received signal strength on y-axis against time domain. Spectrum analyzer is useful for analyzing the amplitude response of a device against frequency. The amplitude is normally measured in dBm in spectrum analyzer, whereas the same is measured in volts on CRO. Normally CRO cannot measure very low voltage levels like minus 100 dBm. So this is used for high amplitude measurement, but a spectrum analyzer can easily measure very low amplitude and high frequency signal. And the basic difference is the spectrum analyzer measurement are in frequency domain, whereas the oscilloscope measurement are in time domain. That's all about frequency spectrum analyzer. Thank you.